And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver's offense ready to go again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua, he finds his man, complete. It's Haynes. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Play action. Here's Tua. He finds his man, complete. That's Gray. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Good protection there on 3rd down. This is just a simple flip to his tight end outside the numbers, and he's able to haul it in and pick up the 1st down.
Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Haynes. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absent.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Tua. Flush to his right. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Here's Tua. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Aaron Rodgers, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching is Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
From the 35 on second down, Tua. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Tagovailoa. He finds his man, complete. It's Haynes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first down, Gibson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, Tua. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Now the try here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Paris Campbell now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. To throw is Watson. And it's caught off the deflection. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
well, we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
And he's brought down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll go down at the 28.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Gibson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Gibson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. We focus our attention now on the Broncos defense.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction, but maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum. And right now, he's hugging them.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Three-quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5 now. Watson. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Tua. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Tua now on 1st down. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back, but boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They faked the handoff. Now Tua steps away. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to pass, Tua. And they're going to get him. They bring him down with a sack back at the 16-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead at 13 to 10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
2nd and 8. Again, it's Watson. And this one complete to Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now it's Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once more, Gibson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. The LA offense ready for this next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Watson looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. On 1st down, Pollard. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson over the middle to Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Watson able to get away. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An injured player still down, and that's Chris Godwin. So the wide receiver slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and 2. Two to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So not only do they get the completion and the conversion there on third down, but tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Yeah, they had the first down anyway, had that in their hip pocket, but now with that penalty yardage, that turns out to be a pretty big play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Tua. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Shedding the tackle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll run with Gibson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, you had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won. And fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Denver, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 1-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.